At least 315 people have been abducted in one of Nigeria's worst mass kidnapping incidents. And this includes 303 students and 12 teachers. They were taken from a Christian school in Nigeria's northwestern Niger state. The St. Mary's Catholic School was attacked in the dead of night. In the early hours of Friday, the Christian Association of Nigeria announced today that 315 were kidnapped from the school. The local governor has announced that all schools in Niger state have been shut indefinitely following the mass abduction. St. Mary's was the second Nigerian school where a mass kidnapping took place this week.
These incidents will have been avoided. However, it's not a time for blame game. Our mission today is to see how we can rescue these children and all those that have been kidnapped in that incident. As such, we are calling on all the security agencies, civil society organizations, organized labor, clerics, to please focus on the rescue of these children.
Well, on Monday, a school was attacked in the neighboring Kebbi state. At least 25 schoolgirls and a teacher were abducted, and at least 2 staff members were killed. 2 of the girls managed to escape, but 23 are still missing, and these are not the only kidnappings that made headlines this week. On Tuesday, gunmen stormed a church service in the Kwara state. At least 2 people were killed and 38 kidnapped. The attack was captured on video because the service was being live-streamed at the time. A church official later said that the gunmen have asked for a 100 million naira ransom per kidnapped worshipper. Now, that's about $69,000 per person. And that makes it 3 major attacks in just 5 days. 2 of them targeted schools, one of them a Catholic school. A church also raided with dozens of worshippers kidnapped, and all the attacks took place in the same region of Nigeria. Abuja has been under tremendous pressure over the attacks, and this is because US President Donald Trump has taken a special interest in Nigeria. He believes that Christians in Nigeria are being targeted. On October 31st, he designated Nigeria a country of particular concern for alleged religious freedom violations. Now, the following day, he put out a post on social media threatening to send the US military guns a-blazing into the country. A day after that, he made the following statement.
Could be. I mean, a lot of things I envisage, a lot of things. They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
The Nigerian government has been scrambling in the wake of the recent kidnappings. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff personally went to Kebbi State on Tuesday. He issued directions to troops overseeing the rescue of the 23 schoolgirls who are still in captivity over there. Meanwhile, Nigeria's National Security Advisor has been on a diplomatic mission in the US throughout this week. He reportedly met US War Secretary Pete Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane on Thursday. After meeting Nigeria's National Security Advisor, Hegseth said that the US Department of War was actively working with Nigeria to end the persecution of Christians by terrorists. The US State Department also made the following announcement. Nigeria has been ravaged by insurgencies for decades. Groups like Boko Haram and the Islamic State, West Africa province have been behind a string of attacks. But this week's kidnappings have been attributed to armed raiders looking for a ransom. In Nigeria, they're colloquially known as bandits. Now, will Trump's focus on Nigeria actually help solve the country's insurgency problem? We'll have to wait and watch.